Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of...
What the feds just uncovered in Floyd Mayweather's house is terrifying. They're going after Floyd Mayweather's bag. Remember the brother that walked around with $100 million check in his bag, said he ain't even got to cash it? Well, they on his line.
I think it got to right now because the money gone. So the money's really going.
A shocking report claims that the FBI uncovered what is being described as a $420 million scam tied to Floyd Mayweather, with agents allegedly raiding his Las Vegas mansion and uncovering signs of financial manipulation, questionable investments, and suspicious overseas accounts that threatened the image of his luxury-fueled empire. The situation exploded across the internet after Stephen A. Smith, one of the loudest voices at ESPN, delivered an emotional and brutally honest reaction that resonated with fans and critics alike, turning the controversy into a viral moment and pushing public curiosity about Mayweather's financial reality to a new level.
Couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, you know, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. This is a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drive.
Federal agents reportedly stormed the Las Vegas mansion of Floyd Mayweather as part of a wider investigation connected to an alleged financial scheme. Sources claim the case involves shell companies, cryptocurrency laundering, and fake investment operations that were supposedly tied to people within Mayweather's inner circle. The raid is said to be linked to a deeper probe led by FBI and has intensified scrutiny around the former boxing star's business dealings and the financial network surrounding.
Hey, what's up everybody? So check it out. This morning I was walking through Beverly Hills and I passed by Floyd Mayweather's $30 million mansion. It's over 15,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, resort-style backyard.
According to insiders, the FBI seized dozens of electronic devices along with financial records, offshore banking documents, and encrypted ledgers during the investigation. The total amount now under review is believed to be around $420 million, connected to suspected financial fraud allegedly tied to Floyd Mayweather, raising serious questions about the scale of the operation and the true state of his financial empire.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
While Floyd Mayweather has long showcased a life of extreme wealth with private jets, luxury cars, Bugattis, diamond chains, and vaults of cash, federal investigators now suspect that some of this fortune may have been built or maintained through illegal activities. Reports indicate that certain documents point to Mayweather either knowingly participating in or serving as the public face for investment schemes that allegedly defrauded thousands of people, especially in international markets, raising serious concerns about the legitimacy of parts of his financial empire.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
Happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
Wow. You gotta show them what it's saying.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece.
One of one.
Money team. Can we see it on him? Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Stephen A. Smith has seen firsthand the extravagant lifestyle of Floyd Mayweather, from his massive mansion and collection of luxury cars to his private jet. Having witnessed the results of Mayweather's dedication and hard work, Smith has a clear perspective on the scale of his financial success. This close exposure allows him to understand the empire Mayweather has built over the years and offers insight into the boxer's business sense, money management, and the way he has cultivated and maintained his wealth.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. he constantly broke his hand. Yeah. He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
What makes Stephen A. Smith's strong reaction even more impactful is that he has personally visited Floyd Mayweather's mansion in the past in interviews and podcasts. Smith has described the home as a symbol of Mayweather's success, showcasing what one person can achieve through a combination of talent, discipline, and skillful personal branding.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me.
Yes.
Are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3
and you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
However, once Floyd Mayweather entered the phase of exhibition matches, his return to the ring after retirement appeared motivated more by money than legacy. His bout with Logan Paul is a clear example of this move. Stephen A. Smith openly criticized the fight, arguing that it offered little competitive value. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned amateur boxer, was not a true challenge for a former champion of Mayweather's caliber, and taking such a matchup sent the message of a cash-driven spectacle rather than a pursuit of greatness or athletic achievement.
If not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor. Not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
When Floyd Mayweather was asked about Logan Paul's claims of unpaid money during an appearance on the Pivot podcast, he tried to brush off the question. Mayweather told the interviewer that he enjoyed YouTube and explained that the payment was simply delayed, insisting that money sometimes takes time to process. His response came across as evasive, downplaying the situation and framing it as a minor timing issue rather than acknowledging any failure to fulfill his financial obligations.
Logan Paul, he said you owe him some bread. How you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Shit, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when the tables turn.
Right.
Look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got.
Recent reports have raised questions about Floyd Mayweather's claim that he purchased a $42 million portfolio of 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan, despite Mayweather's public statements and Instagram videos asserting full ownership without partners. Investigations suggest the reality may be different. In one video, he showed multiple buildings saying they all belong to him, yet property records reviewed by Business Insider indicate that the ownership of these buildings has not changed, casting doubt on the authenticity of his claims.
You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand, as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
Floyd Mayweather recently responded to rumors that his $42 million real estate investment had caused financial problems. He insisted that he personally purchased 62 buildings in Manhattan, emphasizing that he used his own money and that no one else was involved in the deal.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright." In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
However, records reviewed by Business Insider show that ownership of the Manhattan buildings has not changed, suggesting that Floyd Mayweather may have acquired only a minority stake with options to expand later. This discrepancy has raised doubts about the accuracy of his public claims and whether he may have been misinformed or chose to withhold details. Mayweather, celebrated as the highest-paid boxer ever, built enormous wealth through an undefeated career and skillful self-promotion after retiring in 2017. He continued a lavish lifestyle, buying luxury properties and high-end items, but reports have emerged indicating he faced serious financial challenges, including a $22 million debt to the IRS from unpaid 2015 taxes. This financial pressure was a major factor in his decision to return to the ring for high-profile exhibition matches.
Have any money. So Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Stephen A. Smith has repeatedly expressed concern over Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement exhibition matches, while he recognized that the fight against Conor McGregor was reasonable given McGregor's combat sports background. Smith criticized later exhibitions against less experienced opponents. He argued that pursuing easy paydays through these matches could potentially undermine the legacy Mayweather worked so hard to build throughout his career.
Mayweather III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
In a frank interview, Stephen A. Smith asked Floyd Mayweather whether he prioritized his legacy over Money Mayweather's answers, which frequently emphasized his business savvy and ability to generate income, led Smith and others to believe that his focus had shifted from protecting his boxing legacy to building and accumulating wealth.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
We ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises for them, but for my loved ones.
But fear, it's important to point this out about you. You're not just that way when it comes to your family and your children. You're that way with professional athletes. I know NBA players that have relationships with you, professional football players that have relationships with you, etc. And the same thing that you just said that you preach to your children and your family, you've been preaching to them. That seems to be a personal mission of yours. Why?
It's about giving back. You know, I don't have to go on record and talk about the things that I do. I don't have to go on record.
Adding fuel to the controversy, former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen revealed a surprising perspective, claiming that the Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight was not as financially impressive as it seemed. According to Sonnen, many of the empty seats were filled with people dressed to make the arena appear sold out. Speaking from his experience covering the event live, he criticized the illusion crafted by Mayweather's PR team, suggesting that the spectacle of success was carefully manufactured rather than fully authentic.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box, when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be...
Even in an interview with Stephen A. Smith, Floyd Mayweather was asked whether he valued his legacy or his money more. Known for his public persona centered around wealth, Mayweather admitted to earning over $800 million during his career, but emphasized that his main priority had always been building and protecting his fortune.
I've already, in the sport of boxing, I've already made somewhere upwards of $800 million.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
We ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather's exhibition matches add to or take away from his legacy? Is it reasonable for a retired champion to prioritize making money over facing real competitive challenges? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.